Okay friends, so in the last video we have seen how to make a programming modular, and we created another Python file. There we defined the function, and from the main file we called that function. The second thing I had mentioned previously, that the data should not be on the program, the main program, or even any Python file. It should be read from some file systems. So mostly in the data analytics solutions you will come across a CSV file, and in fact you will come more across the CSV file than any other files, including the Excel sheets. So let's take this data from the CSV file in this project also. So create a CSV file, and you will see, if you create, this is the option you have once you create, and you can give a name student marks records and dot CSV. Okay, so sorry. So if you see these students marks records CSV file, even if you have given the .csv, it is still showing the test documents. And if you see the property of this file, you will find general, and this is okay, security, previous versions, customize, sharing, general. So in advanced, okay, location file. Okay, so this file we will open with this file will be open, okay, properties and notepad. Okay, and you can see the name of the file is okay, .csv, but details, if you go, I think, what is the name of the file? Students marks records.csv.text, and hence this file will not be considered as a CSV, but it will be considered as a text. So beware of these situations, otherwise the you will make this file, you will put a data into that, and then you will start reading the file in a program by giving a name students underscore marks underscore records dot CSV, up to that only, and then it will create. It will not able to read, because actually the physically the file name is with the dot text. Okay, so how to solve this problem? It's better we delete this, and let's try to solve this problem by using the Excel software. Even you can solve that problem with the Edit Plus, but most of the computer will have a Excel, and that's why I will go first for the Excel one. Okay, so in Excel, open a blank file. Blank workbook, it has come, and just close file, save as the students marks record. Okay, so here you can give all files, or you already have a CSV MS-DOS. Okay, and thus you can save here and okay, so cancel, don't save, close. Okay, so file refresh. Okay, the file is not got created. Fine. I think I missed one step, so let me start with the edit plus. Okay, so create new file, normal text, others. Okay, let's create a normal file, save as. Now no text, so all files, and here we will give a text name. We will give a student marks record and .csv. Don't forget to give a .csv, then only it will become a CSV file. Okay, so this seems to be our Sims file, and it has created, and I think it is my Microsoft Excel is also got associated with that. So that's what we want. Otherwise, before this we had a .txt. Now if you go back and see the properties of this file and detail, you will see now there is no .text. Okay, now normally we will have a student I mean data in a mostly the data folder. So let's move this file to the data folder. So here we got a sorry, we got a students. Let's see if it has any data. Okay, so it has got a data. Now we will open this with the this is not a file we want, so we can delete this, and this file you can also open with Notepad, and you can see math, science, computer category 67, 56, 59 average and all those things. Okay, you will observe that the average is followed by this comma without any space. So if you give a space, what will happen, the function will think that that space is a part of the average, and that's why it will have a space average. Okay, there is a solution to remove that, but we will not at this moment we will not put ourselves into that issue. So just not to have that issue, it is there is no space between the comma and just paths or the category. But you can see there is a space before 56, there could be a space before there could be a space before 59, and that is okay because they are the numbers. So anyway it will parse, and it will it will remove that space. But again, it depends on all the libraries we are using. So let's not bring ourselves in that issue. Fine, so we have this file, and you can see okay, we don't want Excel to open. We can open it with you can see 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, if I put a line here, I think 16 line. So 16 minus 1, this is the 15th record. So here basically we have combined, or we have a train data and just appended the train data by a test data, and also in each row we have also put a labels. So it is just a single file for all those 4 variables. We will see in the program how we are going to divide that. So now in this so we will remove this. Let's make some space. So we have made a one variable data file name, and whose relative location is this one. This file we have given to the function csvread, which is in the kn, that means the utilities. So what it does in the utilities, there is a one small function csvread, and you have a data, and then data gets returned. So here we have a panda. We are using a pandas library, and pandas library may not be the part of your basic installation of the Anaconda. And if it is so, then you can use this command, the pip install pandas, and maybe I think before running that you might want to test whether we have a pandas or not. Import pandas. Sorry. Okay, so when we do the import pandas, let's see if it gives an error. Okay, it doesn't give an error, but suppose if the pandas was not there, then you would have got okay, just to check that error, let's do one thing. Let me uninstall pandas pip, uninstall pandas. So it has found existing installation, which is pandas 1.2.4. Yes, and successfully uninstalled the pandas. And maybe now if it is not cached, then we will be able to see the error of importing pandas. Okay, so it hasn't. So what we will do, we will just close this main. Let's open this, and again here import pandas, and you can see this is the error, the module not found error, the pandas. Now as soon as I install this, and which you might have to do because you might be the fresh Anaconda installation. So if I install this, so you can see it is downloading and then installing or the copying the files at the appropriate place of this environment. So this is nothing but the command line interface, or we can see, we can also say this, we also call it as a CMD. So this command line console, where we can use a pip commands and get install the required libraries if those libraries are not a part of our basic Anaconda installation. Now let's see, this is the installation is complete, and there itself we can see the import pandas, whether it gives error or not, and it hasn't given error. So the pandas is a library normally used for handling the data. It has given us so many different functions to access the data differently. Column wise data we can access the row wise data. So sorry, so you can see that this pandas PD and then just pd dot read CSV. So pd, this library provides a read CSV function where you need to give a CSV file and it will return the data. Now that data will be from that CSV file. So let's see that. So let's see that what it is returning. Okay, so it's giving an error, the name test data. Fine, we might not require that, so let's, because we are not put a debug point, so it has stopped here, and let's see this. Now it is reading the file. In fact, we can go inside this function also. Okay, it has gone here. Now it is a pandas function, it will read, and you want to see what is the data. This is the data. So data is our data frame now. So this is the different, altogether different object. We will see how to get the values from these objects, but now let's go ahead and go back to our calling function. You can see here the values df data. So if so we have a df data, it is now array. Okay, it has got array and labels also. So we have a df labels, and you can see these are the values, all the 0 to 14, that means 15 values are there. So let's stop here for this video, where we have learned about reading the data from the CSV file and using the pandas library, and also the library which is not part of our installation, and we want, and it is throwing, and while importing that library, if it is throwing a error of module not found error, then you can go to the Anaconda prompt, command prompt, and then pip install that library and again test it, and then it should not give a error, module name error. So that's what also we learned here, which is very important in a Python programming point of view. So let's